A wealthy foodie and his date arrive at a private island for dinner, but tonight's menu isn't about food. It's about punishment. This is the menu, a dark satire about obsession, privilege, and the cost of perfection. Tyler Ledford, played by Nicholas Hoult, brings his date Margot Mills, played by Anya Taylor-Joy, to Hawthorne, an ultra-exclusive restaurant on a private island run by world-famous chef Julian Slowik, played by Ralph Fiennes. From the moment they step onto the dock, something feels off. The staff move in perfect formation. The island feels more like a cult compound than a restaurant. And Margot? She wasn't the guest Tyler originally booked. Inside the dining room, Margot and Tyler take their seats among a collection of elite guests, each group at their own table. Food critic Lillian Bloom and her editor Ted Feldman. Wealthy regulars Richard and Annie Librant. Washed-up movie star George Diaz and his assistant Felicity Lynn. Tech bros Soren, Dave, and Bryce, employees of Slowik's investor. And Slowik's mother, Linda, silently drinking in the corner. They're guided by maitre d', Elsa, who watches Margot with quiet suspicion. Dinner begins with ritual precision. Slowik claps his hands. The room freezes. Every dish is introduced like a sermon. But the third course changes everything. Tortillas arrive with laser-etched secrets. Financial crimes, affairs, betrayals, even photos of Richard visiting escorts. The guests laugh it off, but the tension is real. For the fourth course, Slowik introduces sous chef Jeremy Loudon. He praises Jeremy's dedication, but then Jeremy pulls out a gun and kills himself in front of everyone. The room collapses into panic. Richard tries to escape. The staff catch him and cut off his finger. Slowik calmly announces, "This is part of the menu." Slowik's investor, Doug Vurick, is dragged outside and drowned, a punishment for meddling in Slowik's craft. Then Catherine, an employee Slowik once harassed, steps forward. She stabs him in the thigh, a symbolic course Slowik designed himself. The women dine with Catherine. The men are told to run. They sprint into the woods, but the staff hunt them down like a game. Every one of them is returned to the dining room. No one escapes Hawthorne. When everyone is back in the dining hall, Slowik explains the truth. Every guest here represents a piece of his ruined passion. Critics who destroy art, investors who exploit it, actors who phone it in, customers who worship chefs like gods, and Tyler, the obsessive fan who treats food like a religion. Tonight, they'll all die for it. But Margot? She was never meant to be here. Slowik pulls her aside and gives her an impossible choice: die with the guests or die with the staff. She hesitates, so he decides for her. Then Slowik drops the real bomb. Tyler knew everything. He was told the entire night would end in death, and he still came anyway. He even hired Margot, whose real name is Erin, to replace his ex because Hawthorne doesn't seat lone diners. Slowik invites Tyler into the kitchen to cook, and the result is pathetic: raw shallots, undercooked lamb, chaos on a plate. Slowik whispers something in his ear. Tyler walks away and hangs himself. Slowik sends Margot to fetch a barrel for dessert. She finds Tyler's body, then sneaks into Slowik's private quarters. Elsa attacks her, jealous, furious, convinced Margot is replacing her. Margot kills her in self-defense. Inside the house, she finds a photo of a young Slowik flipping burgers, smiling, happy, human. A chef who once cooked for joy. She uses a radio to call for help. A Coast Guard officer arrives, but he's just another line cook in disguise. There is no rescue. Margot changes tactics. She tells Slowik his food is lifeless, cooked from obsession, not love. She says she's still hungry and asks for a cheeseburger. A simple one. A real one. Slowik pauses. Then he smiles, the first genuine smile of the night. He cooks it himself. Perfectly. Margot takes one bite and asks to take it to go. Slowik nods. He boxes it, hands her a gift bag, and lets her leave. She's the only guest he respects. Slowik prepares his masterpiece. A s'mores-inspired human sacrifice. The guests are dressed in marshmallow stoles and chocolate hats. The restaurant is covered in sauces and graham cracker dust. Slowick lights the fire. The restaurant erupts into flames. Staff, guests, and chef consume together. Margot escapes on the Coast Guard boat, watching the restaurant burn as she eats her cheeseburger and wipes her mouth with the menu. Slowick's final act isn't revenge, it's art. He destroys the system that corrupted him, turning his last meal into a statement about class, obsession, and the death of creativity. Margot survives because she reminds him of what food used to mean: comfort, simplicity, love. She's the only one who truly gets it. That's the menu, a dark, twisted satire served with precision and fire. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more.